Okay, so in this video what we're going to be doing is putting the curve on this large section here. As you can see in the engineering drawing, there's a curve that sort of rolls over this. Alright, if you have a look at the engineering drawing, you can see that it's a 10mm radius from the center of the hole, which means there must be it must be 10mm from that line down to the center of the hole. The way I'm going to do it is I'm going to do it simply do an extrusion from this surface. I'll do an arc and then I'll remove some material. So in Creo there's additive processes and there's subtractive processes. We're going to be performing a subtractive process. It's still an extrusion, except we're going to be removing rather than adding. So let's get stuck in. First thing we want to do is an extrusion. We're going to choose a surface on which to draw from. This is the surface I want to draw from, so click on that and we go to sketch view. And one thing I want you to notice is that, remember, the back, this section here was taller in this direction, was taller than this section. So when we go to sketch view, just very carefully watch, you can see the back is slightly taller than the front, but when you go to sketch view you can't see the difference between the two. So you need to be cognizant of that. You need to be mindful that if you put your mouse over here, you'll see a little line. You should see a little line. Okay, here we go. If you choose a line tool, then you'll be able to see the line. So see that line there? That's actually the edge of this piece. That piece is the bit that's right at the top. So back in the sketch view, we want this line. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to use a construction mode. Now when you're in construction mode, anything you draw on that part will not become part of the part. It's purely there to help you to find and locate different points. It helps you with the construction of the real lines. With that, it's not a great explanation, but hopefully it makes sense when I do one. So I'm going to draw a construction line from the center. Notice it already snapped to the center. It's quite intuitive the way it does that. Snaps to the center of the line. I'm going to bring the line down to about here, middle click, and I already mentioned that the distance needs to be 10mm. The way I'm going to do this now, I'm just going to draw a line. I'm going to draw a line from the center of this point to the edge and back to the other edge. Now remember, construction lines don't really make any difference to the part, so I've been quite liberal with those. And the reason I'm doing this is so I can use the arc tool with the center and ends. So I choose the center point and then I choose the ends, and I'll be able to snap to those ends by doing this. Okay, so I'm going to turn off construction mode and I'm going to choose the center arc, or the center and ends arc. The first thing it wants me to do is click on the center of the arc. So click on the center, it sort of scribes a circle out. Notice, I'll press escape because I haven't turned off construction mode. Now construction mode's off, I can do it. So draw the center point for the arc, and you'll notice that it's creating what looks to be a circle. In fact, it's actually an arc. And as I move my mouse toward those points on the end of that line, notice how it snaps to the line that I created, the construction line. Just makes it easier locating the end point for the arc. Click there, and then I can scribe. I'm able to scribe this arc with that tool all the way around to the other point. Click on there, middle click to exit, and I get 2 red points. Those red points indicate that the sketch is still open, it's not closed. So we need to go ahead and close that sketch using the line tool, and it won't really matter how you do this as long as you create a closed sketch. Middle click, middle click. Oh, middle click to finish. Ooh, look at that. I've gone actually too far with my, by the look of it, I've gone too far with my arc. That's interesting. Okay, well I'm just going to quickly go ahead and delete that. the deletion tool, middle click. That should still work, it should still look fine. Hit OK, and you'll notice we've got the extrusion done, and we can push the extrusion through. You might be thinking, hey, we've added to it. You said we're going to remove it. In fact, we are, and that's what this little tool up here is for, the remove material button. And there it is. We've created the arc. Okay, so very quickly, we're now going to create the hole. We're told that it's an M12 hole. Remember, M stands for metric, and 12 is the diameter of the hole, so it's metric 12. I'm just simply going to do an extrusion on this surface, and it's going to sketch view, and I'm going to create a circle, but I'm going to use a concentric circle. With a concentric circle, all I need to do is click on the circle that already exists, and we're going to use the arc that we already built to create a concentric circle. So once you click on that, it builds a circle from that. It's a really cool tool. Middle click, and we change the diameter. Middle click, change the diameter to 12 mil. There it is. Hit OK, and we can push our extrusion through, and it should already have removed material up there. If it's not, make sure you use that tool, and you can see through. It's created a hole. Hit the green tick and save your work. Hit the save button.